Hello and welcome to HiCode Basic Courses. This series of courses will explain the basic knowledge and common operations in HiCode by knowledge points. It is the best basic course for us to learn HiCode. The content of our first chapter is the basic general knowledge of HiCode. In this chapter, we will introduce the HiCode interface, basic operation of widget, development process, etc. to lay a solid foundation for our further study. Now let's go to the first section of Chapter 1. What is HiCode? In this section, we include two knowledge points. The first is the definition of HiCode, and the second is the application developed by HiCode. First of all, let's take a look at the definition of HiCode. HiCode is a zero-code development language. In addition to an integrated development environment and matching cloud resources, we only need to drag and configure in the whole developing without writing a line of code. Moreover, it comes with its own language property and cloud IDE to match our elastic and scalable resources in a one-stop manner. We can also clearly see on the official website that HiCode is the first general codeless development platform. First of all, the so-called universal refers to its full scenario support and full system support. Full scenario support includes its support for the development of large projects in various industries, including our e-commerce big data application, financial system, forms, workflow, BI task flow, OA system, industrial Internet of Things, game website, video application, IM, etc. In addition, the application developed by it can be published as web app, HiCode application, Android application, Windows application, Linux application, Mac application, and a variety of small programs. In addition, in our development process, you don't have to write any line of code. Through our simple drag and drop configuration and other operations, you can automatically generate code for you. Of course, if you want to write code yourself, we also support your access to the code. At present, we have supported your CSS style writing, construction writing, and SQL statement writing. In our HiCode, we abstract various atomic level widget, which is convenient for users to use in a combination and develop their own application. Of course, if you think our widget is not enough to meet your needs, you can also write your own widget in the way of code and put it into our tool for use. In addition, we have a complete world panel and backend service panel, so HiCode has a complete logic expression ability. After you complete a series of codeless development, you can generate an application with one click, and we will automatically host it to the HiCode cloud platform for you. Of course, if you don't want to use the cloud platform that we hosted for you, you can also make a one-button separated deploy. After you develop your application, you can make a one-button export, and you can make an independent deploy from our platform. We support cloud deploy, bare metal deploy, and self-built distributed deploy mode. Let's take a look at a series of application developed by HiCode. www.hicode.com. You can see a lot of application developed by us. When you enter our official website, whether you enter our document center, demo center, course center, blog, and other series of content, just click through some of the points in our MV. The content is all developed by ourselves, including our very powerful form engine, by engine, and workflow engine. This series of content is self-developed by our tools. If you want to experience, you can click to experience immediately, or download the HiCode level Mustang into one of your editors to experience directly. In addition, you can also come to our video center to view a series of application we have done well. Here I will give you a brief introduction of several very typical systems. First, let's take a look at such an OA system. This is an OA system that has been delivered. This OA system contains a lot of common scenarios in OA. For example, we see that it is now processing a series of operations such as process agency. This is a process engine developed by our tool. After a process configuration is completed here, we can select the corresponding process and submit an information to it. One of the things we use for information submission is our form engine, which is developed independently by our tools without writing a line of code. There are many so-called low-code platforms. In fact, the products they deliver are such a form engine or such a workflow engine. Our form engine and workflow engine are developed independently without writing a line of code. Here, a content is submitted. After submission, the corresponding employee node can get an approval process. You can see the form engine here. Its series and contents can be arranged by itself. Now you see an interface of such a form editing engine, which is also an independent development, without writing a line of code. Here is an editing end of our process configuration, where we configure a process, and there are many such process configuration processes. They call a process engine on a low-code platform. A process engine is also developed by our tool without writing a line of code, so the degree of freedom is very high. You can customize some designs based on our existing processes. Of course, this is also multifaceted. In addition to the website we just saw, this site also supports a series of operations on our mobile terminal, including a series of agents on your mobile terminal, or a series of processing of official business, etc. This is our OA system. Here we will demonstrate a processing system of the Internet of Things for agriculture. Yes, this is a processing system based on the Internet of Things. The most powerful one is that we helped him build a buy engine. We can take a look here. First of all, there is an application of a large category, which is a series of monitoring to display a node of each part of the IoT in real time on our large screen. Yes, this is a display of a series of big data we can see at present. Then, if their on-site situation, or an IoT alarm over there, we will allocate a series of maintenance contents for him, and we can assign a simple task by dragging and dropping for our engineers. For the content just assigned, the staff can enter one of his app terminals, view a series of tasks he has been assigned here, and then perform maintenance on our corresponding equipment. Okay. Finally, let's take a look at an application of an e-commerce platform. The e-commerce platform is also quite complex. It contains a lot of terminals. What we see here is a consumer terminal of a small program. After entering the content, he can search a nearby store, and then click the store to enter the corresponding store, then make a purchase, and then you can evaluate the purchased goods. Then, for the purchased goods, we have a distribution cloud, and then the distribution clerk receives such an order according to some merchants he is responsible for, and then completes a distribution. Then this is our merchant side. For our merchant side, we can set up a series of goods in ourselves, and then it is convenient for us to go there. There is a purchase in the dealer, and then there is some replenishment in the inventory. Then there is also a series of information about our coupons, including our advantages, including a series of distribution of our coupons. Then there is a commodity management system in the back end of our back end, which is responsible for our dealer. Then, in the dealer, he can create these goods, and then after creation, our merchant can purchase a series of goods. If the merchant sells the goods, but he doesn't have such a goods himself, and he hasn't bought it yet, our dealer will deliver a series of goods, which is to purchase a series of our goods, a series of settings, and then he can also carry out a series of management on our sub-dealers, including a series of management on some of its merchants. So in fact, based on such a system, it has done one, which is equivalent to a complete Mate-1 system, including a complete set of processes from procurement, purchase, distribution, and consumer purchase. Of course, if you want to see a series of introductions of our products, you can log into our website, www.hicode.com, click Video Center to view the contents of a series of video centers like ours. You can also directly enter our official website. There are many massive solutions and templates on our official website. You can check with us. Thank you for watching this section.